Hey guys, what is going on? Narcissus here from RLP Gaming Projects. So, definitely thinking about a new channel name. If you guys have any suggestions, possibly, maybe if you feel like it, give me some suggestions down below in the comments. And while you're down there, definitely don't forget to subscribe. But back to the main point of this video. I'm here today to talk about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch. It was my first time playing this game, having missed both the Wii and 3DS versions, and as the title of this video may suggest, I was definitely disappointed in this game. This is definitely not the video I was wanting to make. When Xenoblade was revealed to be coming to the Switch at the last Nintendo Direct we had last year, I was extremely excited. I had just finished Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and I loved 2, so this was amazing news for me. I bought the big boy edition of the game with the fancy big box and nice art book, but I unfortunately came out on the bad side of this game. Now, I am way behind on the time of relevance for talking about this game, but hey, I played it. I put in the time, I did some recording, and I am damn well going to talk about it. Also, it's been a little over a month since the game release, so to save time to talk about spoilers in the game, so yeah, there is everyone's warning for spoilers. You have been warned. Anywho, let's talk about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Let's start this out by going over the positives in the game. I absolutely love the beginning of this game. It is one of the best beginnings to a game that I have ever experienced. It sets a perfect premise for the rest of the game and creates a quick but deep relationship between the players and the game's characters. The pacing starts out amazingly. I was on the edge of my seat clear to the point of fighting Zord in Colony 6. The environments and character designs were gorgeous. I loved exploring the Bionis and Makanas. Doing side quests were nothing but enjoyable to do because it allowed you to explore these gorgeous areas in the game. And to be frank with everyone, that's it. There was little else I enjoyed, and before you click off the video giving it a thumbs down, at least hear me out and respond to my displeasures of the game in the comments while you're giving it a thumbs down. Now, like I said, I loved the game all up until after going past Colony 6, because after that point, the pacing in the game just falls flat. The game gives you these grindy areas to work through, like the jungle where the Nopon village is located, with little reward. Most of the story arcs with all the characters you have disappear at this point, except for with Fiora, Shulk, Melia, and there's just a little tiny bit left with Charla later. Reyn, Dunban, and Ricky could have disappeared at this point and it would not have hurt the story in the slightest. I still don't know why they even gave us Ricky to use. I guess they just needed more diversity in the group. The heart-to-hearts in the game, to me, were just a big joke. You would have to go through extensive work building the affinity between characters just to get a little extra story between the characters. You would have to explore massive areas before you received any info on the story of the game, which, by the way, they withhold most of the information to the plot until the end of the game, where they just shove a ton of info down your throat in the last few chapters. Not to mention, they could have combined a couple of the chapters together because they were extremely short. Seems redundant to to even give the short chapters their own chapters when they could be combined together into one. Next, let's talk about these characters. I liked Fiora, I liked Charla, and I liked Reyn. And that's it. Shulk is a very whiny, indecisive guy who likes to pout in the corner with his thoughts. Melia was just a stuck-up, pretentious princess, which she did get better at the end for sure, but I couldn't help but resent her for how she acted leading up to the end of the game. Dunban, man, he was a guy with really good advice, but for some reason, whatever the reason, he could never follow his own advice. He added little to the quality of the game. And Ricky, oh Ricky, it's not that I don't like you, I just don't understand the purpose of you. Yeah, I know he was added to show how all the races on Bionis were working together to save the place, but damn dude, give him more purpose. Give him some more relevance to the story in the game. Now, like I said previously, I liked Fiora. She's an amazing heroine. But how they handled her was beyond awful. So she dies. But hey, she was able to be saved by being turned into a mechanical human. But oh wait, they're able to in the end to return her to her original state as a human? Like, dude, that's just bad storytelling, and I hated it. She would have been better left dead than what this game put her through. Now, let's talk about the gods in the game, Zanza and Mayneth. I like them. It's a cool way to connect the stories of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, but I feel like that is the final boss in a lot of video games, and that is God. Now, like I said, these gods, I liked them well enough, so I'm not going to crap on them too much, but it would have been nice for there to be some more original, unique final boss to this game. But again, it's not a big deal. Finally, let's talk about the gameplay. It is very similar to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in the way of combat. In some ways, it was better, giving players the capability of being able to heal more effectively. Having said that, I did not like the lack of towns in this game. The game felt big and empty, except for a lot of monsters or creatures to fight. Now, I liked Colony 9. It was big and fun to explore. I also liked the concept of being able to rebuild Colony 6, even though I did not do it, I just didn't feel like it. But the Nopon village was bland, even if it was massive. The High Entia city was just a massive empty crap hole. I mean, there was just nothing to do except for minor side quests. And then the Machina city underneath, the giant Mechon sword or whatever, Mechana sword. There was just nothing to it. And that was it. In a 60 to 70 hour game, there are only a handful of cities to explore? I mean, come on, guys. Then, the level scaling was also a minor issue to me. I fought a lot of things, and I completed a lot of side quests. I mean, I put in close to 70 hours in this game, and I felt like I was barely keeping up in levels. Minor issue, but it's still a notable one. By the way, I'm not really going to talk about the extra story Future Connect because I did not play it. I watched the cutscenes for it on YouTube, and let me just say I'm relieved I chose not to play it. Like I said, this is not the stance I wanted to take on this game. I was truly excited for it, but it just didn't hold up to the expectations I had. This leads to another problem I have with video games in the gaming community, and that is if a game has a dark story, people just love it even if it has some major flaws to it. This game, it is dark, and I truly think that is why it is so popular, and it's so much more popular than number 2. I really hope I don't offend anyone with my last thought here, but I truly believe it to be true, I really think people are just goo goo gaga for dark stories in video games. Now, if you guys disagree with me, make sure to tell me about it in the comments section down below, and hey, let's talk about it. I'm really looking forward to it. But with that, I'm going to end the video. I'm not going to give a game a rating because I do think it's a game worth playing, but I definitely had some issues with it. I hate having this negative vibe that I've had all year towards the games coming out, but I have really been let down with everything that's came out this year besides for Trials of Mana. But hopefully for the rest of the year, guys, I'm going to have a more positive uptake on these games. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to lie just, to get your approval. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say it how it is. And these games so far have been a great disappointment. But don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. And guys, until the next project, take it easy. I'm out.